This is a bright sunshine walk around, so the colors won't be as vivid as what they actually are. This is the view out my back door. I look straight at the pond and the jasmine on the swing set and the fireplace. Got some hellebores drying on the fireplace, so hopefully I can get those to go to a usable seed. I'll have to get them out of the sun today. Just cut them off a little bit ago. And this is the left-hand path as you go out the back door. Try and take it slow so I don't get anybody nauseous. But there is a purple hydrangea. And right beside that I transplanted, and I don't know if it'll take because the others didn't take, but forgot the name of it now. Gardenia. It's supposed to be an evergreen gardenia that's hardy in this area, but I don't think so. First one I planted died. This one's been in a pot for 2 years that I've been bringing in and out. And this year I finally said, nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put it in the ground. And down here we have some ginger mint. This was buried under all of my my sweet woodruff that was ground cover and choking everything out. So I tore the sweet woodruff out, and all the plants are breathing a sigh of relief and starting to come back. Got potentilla in the yellow, and a pyrrhus, Japanese pyrrhus, and tall phlox towards the back there, and a lavatera behind that, and then I have a candy cane rose up behind that. And it's been so hot that things are not lasting as long this year. And that's another tall phlox and pyrrhus over there. And I just have 3 bags of mulch left to go. And those are hollyhocks and daisies. And now on this side, by my son's shed, we have a lighthouse. We have a hosta and a hellebore. And on the shed, there's actually asters that bloom a very pretty purple in the early fall. And then next to it, we have some penstemon. We've got purple, and we've got the red. And the purple went to seed a lot quicker, so I had to deadhead them. And I've also got a dianthus and some hens and chicks. And over here we've got daylily alley, and I've got to deadhead those because those are done. And I took the rose out of this pot, which it had gotten overcrowded with my primroses, and I stuck it in the ground. Another hosta, and the phlox are beautiful. They always are. They never disappoint. But they are going to seed a little bit quicker, so I've got to deadhead those and see if I can get some more popping up. My lavatera. And over here we have the pond. And there's my great big California lilac, a hawthorn tree, a rock rose that is normally blooming pink, but it didn't like all the cutting back I did of it this year. And then on the trellis I have jasmine and evergreen clematis. And in the morning these chairs are in the sun. In the afternoon I've trimmed it up so that the rambling rose actually provides shade. So your feet can be in the sun in the afternoon and your head can be in the shade. I got to do some more limbing up of it too. My camellia. Yellow roses, the climbing type. And there's a white rose next to it, and there's a double pink to the back. And we have the fountain. And there's my candy cane rose, and that's absolutely gorgeous this year. I did it during the 115 temperatures. Everything wilted up really bad, turned brown. So I clipped it back, and in about a week's time, we have more roses. And this is the little fountain that I made. And I've got an azalea back there that blooms in the very early spring. It's a hot pink. And then during the summertime, we've got the black-eyed Susans. And behind the black-eyed Susans, I've got the euthanasia. And then in the pond, or in the fountain itself, I have cattails and water iris and pickerel weed and water hyacinth and water lettuce, some mint that will grow just in water, and there's my pond lilies coming up. I've got a second one that's going to be blossoming soon. And over here I've got another hydrangea, which is a multicolored, which is nice. And some more daisies, which I just had to deadhead. A white dogwood that's growing pretty well. Another California lilac behind. And this, over to the right of the hydrangea, I've got a bay leaf, and I've got to trim that up. And down here is the little path I created. Got some blue lace hydrangea here. And I've got viburnum rather, and a pink dogwood tree down there. And I have a very, very nice, I'll take you down the path here. I have two very nice fuchsias, upright fuchsias. I did this path, about 3 weeks ago, and already I've got moles and voles and all sorts of good things digging in it. So I just have to come up and stomp them down. But there's my pretty upright fuchsia there. And that will grow to be 8 feet tall, but you have to, it really needs to lean against something, so I've got it against a little tiny trellis support. And another azalea that'll be pretty pink in the spring. And there is creeping California lilac back there. And it creeps. It doesn't grow tall. It'll just creep and create a good ground cover. And then up above that, I have my Japanese anemones. And another burning bush on the other side of the path. And I think I'll try and make my way down here. It's a little crowded. I can't trim up my dogwood tree any more than what it is right now. Needs to grow some more. But back here we've got native ferns, which just pop through. I have more of the phlox. which is pretty much going to seed on this side. And there we go. Looking up the path, I've got a rose that's starting to blossom up again. This is my dinner plate rose, which gets huge blooms on it. Little bench to sit in. This is a fruit tree. I think it's a pluot, which my son brought home the fruit and I liked it, so I planted the seed. And guess what? It grew, but I don't know if I need another pluot to have it produce fruit. Probably. I've got plums out front, so it might actually seed from a plum tree. And here's the other side of the hydrangea, which these have beautiful, beautiful blue centers to them. And just very lacy and frilly. And as I said, this is a multicolored one, so I get various shades of pinks and purples and lavender colors. And this is my more wild area back here. As I said, I always have volunteer ferns. I planted some Solomon seal back there, and that's done very well. And another hydrangea. And that's pretty much just a purple one. And then I have some geraniums in a planter box, which I've got to redo the bottom of that, because that is, I've either got to embed it in the dirt or put another bottom on it next year, because I tried to move it and the bottom gave way. And I do plant zucchini and squashes in my back garden here, and they do very well. As you can see, there's a big zucchini right next to a hosta. And the hosta got burned in the 115-degree temperature, but the zucchini plant did not. And that's a blue hydrangea back there. And this is one of my Everbloom roses that I cut back severely after the 115-degree temperature. And it is now all blossomed up. And I just cleaned and moved this fountain back here, or this bird bath. And already we have the chickadees taking advantage. I'm going to put in a Chinese pistache tree in this back area. So I dug the hole, which meant I had to move the bird bath. And so now it's moved into its permanent place, and I will be, the tree is on the way. So this area is going to also be a little sitting area that's going to be done in the flagstone. And my knockout roses that are very pretty all the time. You can never have enough water for the birds, especially the chickadees. Chickadees and hummingbirds. I call them chickaducks and humming ducks. And going down back towards the house, I've got azaleas and roses and a red maple that's a low one. And some gay feathers, which I planted from seed. I took the seeds off this year. So pretty much there you have the back garden at Lynn's Garden. Thanks for watching.